Shall I just buy a Porsche? Shall I just give up? Shall I join the circus? Shall I join the circus? I already work at the circus. Speed holes! Hey! Hi, welcome back to another episode of Back from the Brink. The Calibra is now home. It is in the garage and we're going to have a look now at what it looks like underneath. As you can hear, it is the nicest day of the year, so hopefully the rain won't ruin it. The question is, have I still got a good car, or do I have bigger rust issues than Alec Baldwin? Let's find out. So I've already started to strip down a few bits and pieces. I've taken the brake pads off, brake discs and the brake carrier. Trying to clean those up a little bit. Obviously I'm finding now, looking underneath where all the rust is, hopefully you can hear me over the rain. I will try and make it so it is actually audible. So we have a patch here, which is a bit of a known patch. Webster's Workshop YouTube channel had a similar patch on his Calibra, which I know he's welded up, so I know that is possible. So that's not much of a worry for me, because I know that can be done. But obviously looking at everything else, I know it's old and I know it's going to have some corrosion on some of it. My worry is that subframe, whether or not that's gone too far, but we can certainly have a look at that in a minute. Putting back up, as I said, I took the I'm hoping you can see as well, because it's really bad light, really poor weather outside. I have taken the brakes apart. One thing that has concerned me is whoever did the brakes last time stripped the thread on this carrier, sorry, the carrier bolt hole on the leg. So I've had to buy a kit. So I think I'm going to have to drill it out, retap it, and use a helicoil, because that's exactly what the previous person did. Lots of helicoil action, lots of red thread locker. So it was tough to get off, so it obviously worked. But I'm going to guess I'm going to have to do something similar to that again. A lot of corrosion on here. A lot of this can be cleaned up with a wire brush. The ABS ring, I'm not too sure whether there's no lights on the dashboard, and it does seem to stop. So we'll leave that for the minute. I'll just concentrate on the stuff that I can do. It does look pretty tired under here. It has sat for a long time. There is a lot of surface rust. Obviously I am going to have to do the cam belt, I know that. The biggest worry obviously was up here. I don't know whether or not you can see in there or not, but it is just a case of there is a big rust hole. It wasn't that big. We have kind of like poked it with a screwdriver to make it as big as we can go before it gets to better metal. So although it doesn't look very pretty, all the metal around the outside of that doesn't look too bad. So I'm just hoping that is possible, that can be patched. It's on the correct side for it to be patched. There's less to take out with the airbox and everything on this side. The car is booked in for an MOT in about 3 weeks anyway. I know it will fail. It's like a pre-MOT anyway. I just need to know whether or not it's worth continuing with the project, because everywhere I prod there's a lot of rust on it, which if it's just a case of I can patch it here and there and keep it going, then I will continue with the project, because what I want to do, it doesn't have to win any awards. It's not a showstopper. It's just getting to the point where I want to rescue it and I can use it for a bit of fun. So, you know, a garage that I use is pretty good, and they are pretty honest and flexible on how they do stuff. If there is any way of saving it, I know they'll work with me to do it, so that's a good sign. And it also gives me a list on the other bits and pieces that I can try and figure out what I need to do. I will give you a walk around the outside in a moment anyway, just to give you a bit of a brief overview of what it looks like. We washed it and we did wax it. However, there are a few spiders in the garage, and I'm guessing there's a couple of slugs or so, because there's kind of squirrely lines everywhere, all over it in the middle of the night, so I need to wipe those back off again. But overall, I have got a new oil filter, I have got new oil to put in it, I've changed the plugs, it starts fine. I took the carrier off, so obviously the carrier is pretty rusty, so I need to wire brush that off, and if that isn't any good, maybe blast that. But I am going to wait to see what the MOT outcome is before I go too far into any of this, but I will clean it up as best I can to put it on the car. My aim, if it does get through the MOT finally, will be to repaint these black and paint the calipers red anyway. Yeah, I know it's a bit rude boy, but I do love red calipers, especially on a blue car. It will look pretty awesome. So general walk around the car still looks pretty good, to be honest. It's come up really well with the clean. It's pretty shiny. I still have some bits and pieces to do. Paintwork is going to be cosmetic and that'll be done last. Interestingly though, I didn't even notice before, I may have done but I may have forgotten, there's no number plate lights. They've been removed. So I'm guessing at some point they didn't work, or they've can't see any reason why they would have been swapped out, because they're not exactly that kind of product. But I've got a whole lot of booty in the boot, so maybe they're in there, but that might be something I need to come across later on. The lacquer's blown completely now. It's been sat, got even worse, on the boot lid spoiler, so we'll need to get that done again. It's quite funny though, when you look at this in certain types of lights, there are different shades, so it has had paint, I think, or the odd new part in its history, but that's no drama. It's an old car. I'd be worried if it didn't, to be honest. It's still straight, still pretty much no dents anywhere on it. There's a couple of scratches here and there, but overall she's still pretty tidy. Starts fine, goes into gear, clutch is fine, goes backwards and forwards. The brakes do need obviously attention. Handbrake is jammed on. You can drive the vehicle with it, but it squeals, and obviously it's resistance. You let go of everything, it just comes to a halt. But other than that, it's still in a lot better condition than some I've seen. The paintwork's still really good on it. There's a couple on eBay that I've seen recently, similar, with a lot higher mileage. But I'm still fairly hopeful if I can get it back, that it still has some value in it. I don't want to break it because it's such a lovely car for the sake of rust. But you know, I guess there is a time and a place for sentiment, and a time and a place for being realistic. So we'll see whether or not there's a crossover at that point. Other than that, still very happy with it, and I hope to see it back on the road very soon. As I said before, let me know in your comments below whether you think, under the video, whether you think this is a doer or a not doer. I'll be keen to know from people that have brought Calibras back from the brink themselves. I'm going to need a bigger pot. Why must you rain on my video? You know what they say, if you can't fix the problem with rum, you're not using enough rum.
Why is the rum gone?
I am trying to stay upbeat, and I am trying to make this more humorous as a video. It's quite a dry subject. It's a crap day outside. It's dark in here. I can't get the car out to do much more with it. I feel a little bit like Matt Damon in The Martian at the minute, but just talking to a camera. Should I just buy a Porsche? So we had a walk around it, as you can see. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is it worth it? Am I just dreaming, or is this going to be back on the road with hopefully minimal fuss after the MOT? I'm praying that list is a short one. I get the feeling it might not be, but I'm in no hurry as long as we get it done. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a bit of a while, but it's always appreciated. Thanks for your time. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.